Habibi, come to Dubai. So the jet ski experience in Dubai. So I booked this excursion at the Palm Jumeirah. Now jet skiing in Dubai offers, of course, an unmatched blend of like adventure and breathtaking scenery. So it was $80 to rent a jet ski. And since we wanted to ride them at the same time, that means it was $160. And then I also spent an additional $15 to pay the guide who was helping us capture this content while we're jet skiing. So one thing that you have to keep in mind here is you must check the weather and make sure you book your jet ski experience when the weather is good and the skies are clear. So even if it was warm, the weather was warm, the skies weren't that clear. So that's why you see our content of jet skis. It's not contenting very well. So whether you're like a thrill seeker or a first-time jet skier, the excitement of like cutting through those waves with the landmarks in the background like the Burj Khalifa, the Burj Al Arab in view is like something you definitely won't forget. So I think this is perfect maybe like for couples and solo travelers, because as you can see, even as a solo traveler, you can pay somebody a little tip to help capture your content. The tour operators provide all the gear and the guidance that you'll need, of course, making your experience as easy. So that being said, you'll be able to get the thrill of the water sport while still feeling safe and supported, especially in the calm waters off like the popular beaches like Jumeirah and then the Dubai Marina, because the peak seasons, that means those places are a little bit more crowded and there's more traffic. So you want to look into all that and research for the best time for you to go. So now beyond this adventure, jet skiing is also like a great way for you to explore like Dubai's coastline from like a fresh angle and a different views. So it's a perfect blend of like sightseeing, high energy, and making it a must-try activity for visitors who want to add a splash of excitement to their Dubai itinerary. So the aesthetic Starbucks at Seef. So this isn't just any Starbucks. It's designed to mirror like the heritage of United Arab Emirates, and the cafe has like this rustic finish and traditional Arab motifs. So it creates an ambience of like both authentic and Instagram-worthy cafe. Now, however, the prices are the regular Starbucks prices. So I spent about $15 here. I had my regular, which is an extra hot caramel macchiato with whole milk and 4 pumps of vanilla in the size grande and 2 butter croissants. So now this cafe is designed to reflect that traditional Emirati architecture. The cafe blends the old warm charm and the modern coffee house vibe that Starbucks is known for like globally. So the location of this Starbucks is truly what makes it a special spot, because you're able to overlook the historic Dubai Creek and it offers a peaceful escape for the city's fast pace. Now visitors can be able to sip their coffee while watching traditional like wooden boats float on the water, and just good vibes, like good energy, the breeze of the water and all that stuff. So whether you're just starting your day or taking a break from exploring your different stuff, it's a perfect spot for you to just stop by, take a cup of coffee, take a nice picture. As you can see, I took a couple here. And yeah, it's one of like the most photogenic Starbucks locations that you'll ever find, literally globally. So you can't come all this way to Dubai and not stop over here. So the next stop was the Dubai Frame. So for this excursion, we paid $14 per person. And we arrived super early in the morning. However, we did find a long queue already, so which is typical of most tourist places. So you have to try and go as early as possible if you want to avoid standing for very long at the tourist places, because if you go like at 11, noon, 1 p.m, chances are you're even going to stand way longer in the queue compared to people who came earlier than you. And also another thing I would highly recommend here is comfortable shoes, because as I say, there's a lot of walking, a lot of standing, and if your shoes are not comfortable, you're going to get irritated and you're not going to enjoy your excursion, which you've paid money for and which you've traveled all the way to come and enjoy. Anyway, so that being said, the Dubai Frame stands as one of the most iconic, unique landmarks, of course, in the city. Because when you're at the sky deck, visitors can be able to walk across the glass floor and they can enjoy like a 360-degree view that stretches across both the old districts and then the new districts, which are like the skyscrapers and all that fun stuff. So if you have fear of heights, I highly recommend you don't even bother with this tourist attraction. Or maybe you could go, but then you avoid walking like on that glass where you can see under. This Dubai Frame was designed to resemble like a giant picture frame, and it perfectly captures the contrast between the old Dubai and the new Dubai. As I've said, you can see both of them. So visiting the Dubai Frame offers an immersive experience from like the start to the finish. because on one side you'll see the historic neighborhoods with like their traditional low-rise buildings, and then on the other side you'll see the sleek skyscrapers and the futuristic skyline that defines the modern Dubai. So it's more than just a structure, it's kind of like a visual story of the city's transformation, like where it came from and then where it's going. So inside on the ground floor, the museum showcases like the city's past, which exhibits like historical displays. And then as you ascend up to the top via like a glass elevator, of course anticipating like the panoramic view because you're going towards the top to see, something amazing, then you'll be able to walk like on the deck, the 360, and then you'll be able to descend and of course be shown into like the souvenir store and all that fun stuff. But the whole time, even as you're waiting to go up, or like the moment you enter in, they are showing you this, let's say like projector kind of like images and videos showing you like the culture of Dubai. They're showing you like the spices, basically telling you the story of Dubai, and then you're able to like appreciate the whole culture, right? So if you're a person who is really into, you're intrigued by like the history and how fast the town has grown and developed, then you're going to really enjoy this experience. Anyway, so whether you're interested in just the architecture or the history, or you just simply want to capture like perfect photos for your trip, I highly recommend it. It's a destination that appeals to all kinds of travelers, and of course it's child friendly. And by child, I don't mean like super babies, because they'll get like irritated, and the strollers, because people stand for long, and going upstairs with like kids, it could be tricky. But I mean like maybe 10 years or so, as long as the kids can walk and stuff, yeah, it could be highly appreciated. Well, at the Dubai frame, when you're standing at the 360, you're able to have like the old Dubai behind you and then to see the new Dubai ahead of you. The Dubai frame is like a place that offers basically like a one-of-a-kind perspection that is symbolic, of course, of the city itself. And then one thing I recommend is, even if this excursion was $14, I recommend you batch your tickets. You can check on websites like Groupon and some others, whereby they can sell you like a block ticket, and then it's cheaper that way because the ticket can cover, let's say 2, 3 or even more excursions, and then you find yourself paying less for the excursions compared to buying individual tickets. So that's just a hint, or like a pro tip that you can put into consideration when you're planning your trip. So given how much fun stuff there is to do in Abu Dhabi, we took another day trip back here to check out the Louvre Museum. So the Louvre is located in Saadiyat Island in Abu Dhabi. An admission fee here is only $17.5 per person. So it's basically the first universal museum in the Arab world, of course with a diverse collection of artwork bridging the Eastern and the Western art traditions. So it's very beautiful and peaceful here. I recommend you wear comfortable shoes because there's a lot of walking that is going to take place here. So it's more than just a museum, it's basically like a masterpiece. And it was designed by this world-renowned architect called Jean Nouvel. So its iconic silver dome made up of over 8,000 metal stars creates a mesmerizing rain of light effect. So it kind of mimics like the sunlight filtering through the palm trees in the oasis. It's very breathtaking and really beautiful, especially when you come when the weather is really good. But it's not just about the designs, it's about what's inside this actual museum. So the Louvre tells a story of humanity using art. So you will find pieces from all over the world, from the ancient Egypt statues to the Islamic manuscripts to some Van Gogh paintings and Picasso sketches. Like there's a little bit of everything here. So if you're a person that loves art and you're fascinated by that stuff, you're really going to enjoy this one. So what makes this particular museum very fascinating is the fact that it curates art through theme and shared human experiences, and not necessarily through geography or time as most of the other museums. So that's why it's worth checking out. So for instance, you'll find like a Chinese sculpture seated right next to like a Roman artifact, which is reminding us that at the end of the day, and as much as we may think we are different, we're not that different, and we're all human, and we need to celebrate that similarity we have, which I find really interesting. So yeah, if you're ever in Dubai and you're craving something soulful and artsy, definitely check out the Louvre Museum. It's just a day trip to Abu Dhabi, which I already said is about 1 hour or 1.5 hours depending on the traffic, because here is where art meets architecture and history and humanity. It's really amazing. The Dubai Mall. Now this mall, you can't come to Dubai and not reach the Dubai Mall, because the mall is not just a shoppable destination, it's an experience on its own. because it's one of the world's largest malls and it blends luxury, entertainment, culture, and so many other fun stuff. So right from the high-end brands to souvenir stores, the mall offers so much stuff for like everybody, literally. Whatever you can think about, you can find in this mall. So there is like an aquarium in the mall in case you want to check that out. There's also a place where you can go ice skating, like an Olympic size ice skating rink. Then you can also enjoy high-tech fun stuff like the VR park. Then there is the famous Dubai Fountain Show that also happens at the mall, and it delivers very mesmerizing mixture of like water, light, music. Basically, every corner of the mall offers a new experience, so it makes it impossible for you to see everything and explore everything in just one day. Now, the mall is beautifully designed, like inside, it has art installations, it has restaurants and everything that reflect the city's mixture of like tradition and innovation. So whether you're stopping by just for a few hours or spending the whole day there, the Dubai Mall, it promises unforgettable moments and experiences for every single traveler. So the Old Town Dubai, now walking through it, you're instantly transported to a different era. Now Old Town Dubai offers a glimpse into the city's rich cultural heritage and their humble beginnings, like before all the skyscrapers and the luxury lifestyle and all that stuff. So it's a refreshing contrast to the modern day Dubai that everybody knows nowadays. So it allows visitors to experience the city's authentic roots and the traditional markets and the Emirati charm back in the day. So Old Town is also a vibrant hub for like the local crafts, spices, textiles, with many shops, selling affordable stuff, souvenirs, scarves, and so much more. So for anyone that is wanting to really understand the soul of Dubai, you have to go to the Old Town. It's a must-visit destination, and that it offers a perfect blend between like history, culture, and the everyday local people of Dubai that you don't see when you're around the skyscrapers and everything like that. So opposite it, there is the Gold Souk. So you just take a boat and it takes you over to the Gold Souk. So the Gold Souk in Dubai is a showcase of the city's long-standing reputation when it comes to like them being a global hub for gold and jewelry all over the world. So it's located in the heart of Deira, which is a traditional market, and it's the home of hundreds of shops displaying everything from the delicate bracelets to elaborate show-stopping necklaces to so much more when it comes to like gold, like head accessories, jewelry, everything, costumes, gold-plated costumes and all that. So the large volume of gold on display stretches for entire blocks, like it's so many blocks and blocks of just gold stuff. And this makes it a unique visual experience, unlike any other shopping destination that you may have seen in other parts of the world. So the Gold Souk also offers a deeper cultural experience, and it connects the visitors to Dubai's trading routes, because you're able to see the tourists like bargaining, haggling here and there. And even if there's language barrier, it's easy for people to calculate, because there's like a calculator at most of like the counters. So people just type the amount of the price of the item, and then the tourists can type the price that they're willing to offer. So there's a back and forth, there's friendly banter, there's just very good energy like at the Dubai Souk. So it's a place where the modern day shoppers and curious travelers, they mingle with the local merchants, continuing a tradition of like bargaining and craftsmanship for that dates way back to the Dubai history. So even if you're not buying anything and you're just walking through the narrow lanes filled with, of course, sparkle and trade conversations, it's an experience that I would highly recommend. So the Gold Souk is also known for its authenticity, its competing prices, and the wide variety of designs that you're going to be able to get here, unlike any other parts of the world. Whether you're looking for 18K or 24K pieces, the contemporary styles, the traditional styles, Arabic styles, you'll find it all here. They can be able to make for you like jewelry inspired by some of the top brands. Let's say if you like certain kinds of gold pieces, maybe like by Cartier or like Hermes or something like that, you're able to bring like a picture and they can make for you exactly what you want. You can either custom order it, or sometimes they already have these pieces like on display. And for them, it's actual gold. It's not just gold plated. So for those interested in shopping or just a memorable stop in Dubai, the Gold Souk offers a unique blend of like tradition, beauty, great energy that makes it a must-see destination when you go to Dubai. So all that being said, I had an amazing experience in Dubai and I highly recommend the city. And when you go there, please try and go out, see the town, see the cities. It's one of the reasons why I make these vlogs, to equip you guys with the information like the prices, that best times to go, and all that stuff, so that you can go ready and explore, right? So for more context, I went during Ramadan. So for people who usually ask, oh, if places are closed, if there's the same dress code and all that stuff, you're able to tell and see that, business goes on as usual, because businesses, they stay open. When it comes to dress code, they understand this is a tourist destination, so people can dress, whichever way they want. However, I do recommend that you do some reading and, understand some of the things that are not accepted and the things that are accepted. For instance, things I think like chewing in public is not accepted, dancing in public, a few things here and there. So just familiarize yourself with the culture if you don't want to get in any kind of like troubles and stuff. So another thing also to note is, carry lots of sunscreen, sunglasses, a portable fan if you can, and try as much as possible to go in the mornings for your excursions, because people don't like to wake up early, and so there's less traffic in the morning. So as the day goes by, more and more people come and the places become crowded. So if you want to have a good experience, try and go as early as possible. Now, it's also important to note that I did not pay anything for my flight to Dubai, because what I did is I extended my transit. So I did this trip on my way from Uganda to Los Angeles. So I was supposed to stop over in Dubai for I think about 5 hours, but then I modified my ticket, and then I was able to stop in Dubai for about 2 weeks. So I didn't pay anything extra. The only advantage I had, I was able to access my luggage halfway that trip, because I modified my ticket, so I was able to pick up my luggage, have a good time in Dubai, and then after I continued to the United States without having to pay any extra fare. So that's another travel tip for you guys. In case you're trying to travel, try and see if you can extend your layovers in different countries, because it's cheaper that way. You're not paying any extra fees, and you are already going to stop over there. So I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys, input. Also, share the vlog with anybody that is planning a trip to Dubai anytime soon. Bye.